Okay, it is 11:11, and this is a Wednesday, December 17th, 2025 at 11:11. And welcome to everyone who is gathering. Thank you for the super chat, Barno. And it is time for Blessings from the Dragon. I'm Stephen the Channeler.
And this is Stephanie.
And we are here for another round of our Wednesday Blessings. On Saturdays, we meet for questions from the dragon, which are general questions. And this meeting today is blessings from the dragon, which would be Jadon Se reading the energies and tuning into what's going on in the world, tuning into those who are gathered here, and then giving activations or blessings as appropriate. And then there's a place where Jadon Se opens up for questions, comments, sharings, and we like to, on Wednesdays, we like to keep it for anything that would be of interest to those who are gathered. We like to keep it to sharings and requests for blessings or activations or clarifications on the message that was given by Jadon Se or what's happening in the world today, clarifications on that energetically, etc. So let's try not to get too personal with our questions and comments. And then while we're on that subject, just let's try not to get too personal in general with anyone gathered here. Try to keep it to that which is pertinent to those gathered. Okay, very good. So we are going to make a couple of announcements while everyone's gathering, and then we'll do shout-outs. So our first most exciting announcement is we are now taking pre-orders for the physical Oracle deck. So we've identified a printer and we're going to do short runs. So the cost per unit will be a little high, but we're going to be handcrafting these kits. They'll be in boxes. It'll be a box set of physical cards with a booklet, and the box will be special and will be unique. So we're taking, what is that dog doing? We're taking pre-orders. And when we get enough pre-orders together, then we're going to do our first short run, and that should happen in early 2026. And if you want to give it as a gift to somebody, we might make a way of getting one card of the deck out to you, because we do print them locally and laminate them locally here. It's just that our lamination will peel over time, so we don't want to make them by hand. But we could send one card as a sort of a gift that would say the rest of the deck is coming. So if you want that, just drop us a note in email and send us your mailing address, and we'll mail out the single card, and your pre-order will be marked in that way. Okay, so that's really exciting. Of course, our deck is also available now in both app stores, the Apple iOS App Store and the Google Play App Store. Easy to find. It's a Golden Dragon Oracle deck. And it should be the first result if you put those words in. If you put in Jadon Se, it may not come up. So Golden Dragon Oracle Deck is the way to find it. And you can always go to our website at jadonse.com to get those links. The links are in the store section where the app is. So let's see. Any other announcements? I think that's about it for the moment. Stephanie, am I missing anything?
I can't think of anything right now.
Okay, all right. So let's give shout-outs. So please start to tell us where in the world you are, and Stephanie will call them out.
My mother is here from North Bend. Hi, Mom.
So where in the world are you guys today? Shout it out so that we can, feel this dragon grid getting established. Stephanie will call them as they come in.
And we have Berkeley, California, Camden, New Jersey, Queensland, Australia. We love you too. Oh, Kristen Raffaelli, that's my sister-in-law, or she's a relative there. It's good to see you here, Krista. Folsom, California, Belgium. You can help Jadon Se. Come on, Holland.
Well, Jadon Se's not here yet, but I'll help. This is Stephen. Rose, Texas. We have Buffalo, New York. We have Massachusetts in the house. New Hampshire is in the house. We have Long Island. Let's see, Faro, Portugal. We have South Africa in the house. Chile in the house. So we have the southern hemisphere present, which is beautiful. Those, divine feminine energies of the southern hemisphere of Gaia coming through. Someone loves the Oracle deck. Yes, we're really
beautiful.
excited to be doing that. We have Thailand in the house. And we will try to figure out a way to ship those decks internationally. We just are not good at doing that sort of thing yet. Okay, we have California in the house. Well, we're not sure where in California. Which California? There are about 13 or 14 Californias. Every region is different in this state. And we're way up in the north by Mount Shasta, which they tried to secede from California and call themselves the state of Jefferson because they don't agree with Oregon or California. So we have a lot of Californias. Keep coming. Show us where you are in the world. Okay, well, if that's who we have thus far.
Well, we have 19. We have 17 watching now.
Okay, very good. Does that mean we lost a couple? Or?
Perhaps.
Hopefully their internet isn't dropping out. Okay, so what we'll do then is we will drop into channel here and see what Jadon Se has for everyone. I am Jadon Se, Golden Dragon of the third arc of consciousness, and this is a gathering of blessings from the dragon. We meet here every Wednesday in your way of reckoning, to let us say read the energies of the day, of the time, of those who are gathered, and to give a little, let us say, feedback on the energy swirling around, and perhaps a blessing or an activation as is appropriate. And dear ones, now we have Long Beach, California, identifying they are from the far south of California. Not the farthest south, but that's definitely the Southern California areas. Dear ones, there are energies swirling around. Let us say right now, if you think of your notion of time as a river, you are entering a period of rapids, so to speak, especially in the next 3 days. We are in a region where there are many rapids and turbulent waters, so to speak, and especially on your Friday of this week, it is approximate, for we are just reading the energies flowing through, and approximately your Friday, the 19th, there will be pronounced changes. We are not going over a waterfall, but it will get bumpy, let us say. There will be great shifts that have been already occurring beneath the scene, so to speak. Beneath your feet there have been rumblings, tremblings, a shifting, and dear ones, it's coming to the surface. At the end of this week it will become very visible. Many of the changes that have been underway for months in your way of reckoning are coming to the surface for all to see. You will see it. There will be even some rumblings in your day today, in your moment of now, in this day, what you might call later on in this day. Each of you is in a different time zone, in a different moment of now, and all are, let us say, simultaneous. So to this dragon it is just connecting with beings and their own timelines, but we are trying to translate this in such a way that there is a common sense of time. So, dear ones, this week, let us just say, hold on to your hats. We do not give advice when it comes to health or finances. However, dear ones, let us say that both of those will be undergoing changes, systemic changes, you might say, of structures for health, structures for finance, structures, many political structures are shifting, and dear ones, there are societal structures shifting as well, cultural structures even. It is because of the changes that have been set up and are occurring in the entire let us say star system and your world, your Gaia. These rearrangements let us say, have been happening to the point where now you will see a reshuffling of things that is quite visible. It is beginning to get real, so to speak. You have heard whispers of things happening. You have felt or seen little obscure bits of news or stories of things that are occurring, and many of them just dismissed by the greater population. There is nothing new with that. However, what is now occurring is greater announcements are coming that will, let us say, show up in the greater population's consciousness. And as that consciousness is touched by these changes, it greatly accelerates what is occurring. And let us just start with a financial... we will speak in riddles so that no one gets upset with the dragon giving financial advice. Let us just say that things are getting real on the financial scene, and at the end of this week, your Friday, expect, let us just say, expect the unexpected. Keep your eyes open, and dear ones, keep your cool. If things seem to be crashing or changing or tumbling around or spiraling out of control or any of this, just know that this is it is a switch that is being thrown. Already the switch was thrown to create the systems and have them in place. They are already working your new systems. Let us say a more public switch will be thrown at the end of this your week that will cause ripples, so to speak. A rippling effect will occur throughout your society, and do not fall into fear or anxiety. It is always prudent to keep a little cash on hand just in case banks have issues. It is always prudent to keep a little fresh water and food in case stores have to reset or there are closures. It is always prudent to have these things ready. So it would be a good time now for those of you just to make sure that you have a little extra of everything. There's no need for hoarding. This is not a long-term issue that will be experienced. It is, let us say, short-term disruptions and revelations and things are going to begin in earnest. And because of this dragon is just letting each of you know just to stay grounded, keep your light shining throughout, and keep your optimism, even if it seems like Chicken Little is running around saying the sky is falling or whatever. Just smile and let them know it is fine. Things are going to be just fine, and this is part of the journey that we have all collectively agreed to energetically, dear ones. And the most important thing throughout what is coming between now and our next gathering on Saturday is to put your creative energies into action, dear ones. It is important for you to keep your eyes on building your dreams, building the world that you see that is for the highest good, the highest timeline. Keep calling this in. Do not fall into fear or gaze into the abyss, so to speak, and start calling in darker timelines and fear-based timelines. It is keep your eyes on the prize, dear ones. It is important to be creative in calling in the highest good. Keep this up, and all of you know that a very important component of this is the inner shift that happens, the inner conversation. You can call this, if you wish, an inner alignment. You can call this prayer. You can call this touching the hand of the divine, or holding the hand of the Tao, or whatever it is you wish to call this. It is a touching within of your higher, greater self, your greater beingness, and calling in the greatest good with your heart, not just your voice and your intellect. It is your entire beingness aligning with this conversation within, let us say. Let us bring this gently and lovingly, this newest, greatest, highest timeline for each of you into being by lovingly inviting it in and giving gratitude and all of the things that open the doorways to this. Dear ones, do not settle for small goods that might happen. Do not settle for just minor changes that are little positive developments in your evening news or in your political structures or whatever your source of information or understanding is. Do not call in small little nudges towards the golden age. Call in the highest, greatest good for all, dear ones. It is now the time for us to start confirming to those around us. When I say us, I say light workers, dragon keepers, those who have been awake for some time now to all of what's happening beneath the surface. It is time for just a small, tiny little touch of I told you so. As these confirmations happen in a public sphere, let us say, it is fine for you to just give a knowing smile and or a nod and say, yes, we saw this coming. Those of us who are awake to these things and have been watching for a while, we have seen these changes happening beneath the surface, and now you see them too. It is not so much, ha ha, I told you so, and neither, or any of this stuff. It is more like, now that you see this as well, are there any questions you have or any guidance I can help you with? For my understanding, I have been watching these situations for a while, and I'm happy to share what I have learned, and so it can help accelerate the awakenings of those around you with ease and grace, dear ones. So use this time where confirmations come out and things get real, so to speak, to help those around you not only fall into fear, but stay grounded and assure them that all of these changes are for the long run positive changes. Some may seem like in the short run it is these changes are abrupt or even unpleasant or unwelcome. Some will think that this is the opposite of progress and that we're going backwards and turning into a backward society. And no, dear ones, all of these are, let us say, going to be reactions and creations of what we call the white hats, rolling out systems for the greater good, and with the assistance of benevolent beings that are not so much seen so often in public, your star families, your angels, guides, ascended masters, yes, dragons, unicorns, fairies, many beautiful, beloved, and benevolent beings are, let us say, putting their weight behind these changes in the best way possible for the greatest, highest good of the ascension of this, your Gaia, and all of her beautiful inhabitants. Even those who are still operating in fear and negativity, many of them will start to shift within and see, even if they are operating through fear, they will see some of these changes happening in a positive way, and slowly, even the most negative around you will come around if they are lovingly guided and supported by grounded and optimistic beings around them. And so that is the role of all of you at this time. It is beginning, yes, and this is just a beginning. It will be, let us just say, more obvious to the greater society, and as the greater society awakens to these changes, awakens to something happening that is larger than just the daily intrigue, they will also begin to awaken little by little, slowly, those around you, even the ones in the deepest slumber, in denial of any of the good that is rolling out, even those, they will begin to start to slowly see and awaken to at first perhaps corruption and negativity that has always existed, or nearly always has been around for thousands of years even, is now coming to light. And so many, when they first begin to awaken, will be nauseated by things and not be, let us say, too optimistic at first. And it is for you to help hold their hands and help them to understand that this is necessary to clean out ancient wounds, that these wounds need to surface, they need to be seen and treated, and this is what is happening. And it is beautiful that these, let us say that this, your coming, the end of this week is when it all starts. You will see. In this dragon is not a prophet or a future teller, let's say, or a fortune teller. It is simply that the energies are so pronounced in the movement, the river of energies around you. It is inevitable. You can already hear the roar of the water around the corner of this river. It is, let us say, no matter which path or eddy or current you select on this river, you are heading for this turbulence. And so it is upon you. It is very soon. So again, this is not to make anyone afraid. It is to bring a joy and to look forward to this. You are the ones who can help stabilize the situation. You are the ones, you and many other light workers and those who have been waking up and those who understand the ascension, even going all the way back to your Dolores Cannon, bringers of the dawn, and all of this. There are so many beings on this world who know exactly what is happening. This is the ascension. It is not pretty in the beginning. It is starting, yes, dear ones. So let us just ground ourselves. The best advice, aside from putting your creative energy into action and having that inner conversation and not settling for less than the highest good, the best advice beyond those three are ground yourself, dear ones. Once you have gathered up just the basics that you need, some cash and some water, fresh water, and some food stores, and just enough to get through a little turbulence, let us say, ground yourself. Walk barefoot upon the earth if it is warm enough where you are to do so. If it is not, take your gloves off, touch a tree, touch plants, touch stone. Dear ones, ground yourselves, breathe in nature, take in beautiful fresh air, and just bathe in Gaia's energies, because this is what is needed most in these times. Those who are ungrounded will be the chicken littles running around saying the sky is falling, and those who are grounded will be the ones who will take their hands and calm them down. Beautiful. Yes, creative. Be very creative with this, and loving, dear ones. Compassion, gratitude, all of these beautiful characteristics are needed right now. This is your special news bulletin from the dragon for the day. And dear ones, there will be questions and concerns, or requests for blessings, or clarifications or sharings. Please share. If you are awakening to these energies, you see these things coming, please share. And do this in your uppercase so that your Stephanie can see them in all of the chat that is flowing by, and she can choose a few to highlight. We will let us just turn this little technical thing for her.
That one.
Very good. She will be selecting something to highlight for. Please type your questions, comments, concerns, or sharings in the uppercase.
Yes, Jadon Se is very grounding. Oh, I'm just seeing a comment from Krista. Yes, Stephen is very grounding as well. Very nice to have that component near.
Grounding is so important. If you are grounded, you can put so many at ease. One grounded person can make an entire room full of people feel at ease. Be that grounded person.
And I wonder if the turbulence is influenced by Andronoff, Three-Eye Atlas. How does that? Okay, there we go. I wonder if the turbulence is influenced by Andronoff's closest approach to the Earth on the 19th.
Dear ones, your Andronoff, Three-Eye Atlas, is not here to create or force anything. Even influence might be too strong of a word. It is more like a witnessing. It is more like being available. And yes, dear ones, it is like a cosmic grounding. You're the presence of your Andronoff. You might even call Andronoff a cosmic touchstone. Cosmic storyteller, record keeper, and touchstone, where if you tune in to your Andronoff with positivity and an open and beautiful heart, and yes, dear ones, you can always say, I only tune into those energies that are for my highest good in the eyes of the highest divine. Always advisable to do this when you are not exactly sure who and what you are tuning into. So long as you have done this and you tune in with an open heart and soul and mind, and you do not bring negativity to the game, so to speak, leave your weapons at the door, you will see, you will get a grounding energy that is not a Gaia sort of grounding. It is like a cosmic grounding from your star families, from the greater cosmos, rivers of energy pouring in with great conversations upon those rivers of energy, vibrating up and down. And you will see there will be understandings that come to you in this way. Your Three-Eye Atlas Andronoff does not usually exert any sort of influence or anything like this. It is just available for you if you choose. I hope this helps.
Okay, I see. Barno Barry Batsbeck has a question or a request. I dreamed that I and someone else had the change, the break, the overlapping matrix. The king we needed to influence asked if it is better that way, bathing in his own material abundance.
Dear ones, it is very important for those of you who speak of things like the Matrix and like kings and queens, and to understand that there are the true royalty is your own inner storyteller. If you are to crown anyone, crown your own greater higher beingness. Crown your heart, you might say, and this is why so many of your religions show a heart with a crown upon it. It is symbolic of trusting your own inner guidance, your own inner authority, your own inner hierarchical structure, your own royalty, and this is your connection to the divine. This is the Christ within. It is let us say a sure golden pathway column of light and energy that connects you with your greatest, highest self. And the time of kings and queens is over. The time of authorities is over. There is now a time of collective community understanding. This is part and parcel of the rise of the divine feminine. There is no longer top-down, hierarchical, patriarchal command coming from above. It is that crown has been melted down and made into a beautiful nectar of gold that can be made into a new crown and placed upon your own heart, dear ones. This matrix is dissolving. It is, let us just say, change and break the overlapping matrix is not necessarily even something you need to do outwardly. The inner changes are already dissolving this so-called matrix. The illusions that are purposefully created to entrap and all of this and enslave, they are falling away because of the changes that happen within beings such as you. Your own multidimensionality can take quite care of this very easily, and just trust in that.
Old Soul Remembering is asking if you could tell me what we most need to know that can help us to move forward, especially in moments of overwhelm.
Dear ones, what you need to know most is that you are supported. Full stop. Those 3 words. You are supported. And who is it that is supporting me? Well, do not worry too much or fret over that or wring your hands over where the support is coming from. Do not look for external authorities or saviors or ETs to come swooping in from the skies and taking over. It is not like this, dear ones. The support is what you call synchronicities. The more creative you can be to call in the greatest, highest good and really truly feel it. Feel it as if it is already there in your life. Give gratitude for something you have not even seen yet with your outward eyes. And this is the doorway that opens up great support, more support than you could even fathom from where you stand right now in this moment of now. These synchronicities are not just random occurrences. It is not even like little fairies moving around things behind your back. It is, dear ones, it is your own greater, higher beingness. You are requesting. It is like you are the ground crew and you are requesting support from the air crew, and suddenly an airship comes and drops all the supplies you need. It is very much like this, only it is not an external thing. It is your own inner airship, your own greater, higher self that is bringing this support. You are supported. That is what you need to know. Be creative in how you open up to it and feel it with your heart. Do not just call it in with a mental dryness. Give gratitude that it is all. If you have in your field and in your mind, and let us just say, if it is in your imagination, if it is within your inner sight to see a greater, higher good, it is already being created, dear ones. It is already in your field. If you can see it with your inner vision, if you can imagine it or dream it, it is already in your field, and therefore simply needs to be expressed, brought out into the external. And there is let us say that the veil between internal and external is getting thinner all the time. You will see as soon as it comes into your heart that this is for your highest good. If you fully accept it and do not fight it or think you don't deserve it or something like this, so long as you are not fighting against it, it will come with more and more ease and grace, which will turn into a flow. And this is the ascension, dear ones.
Okay, I see Barno Barry Batsbeck is sharing. Right after his question, the matrix broke. It was chaotic, volcanic, eruption flooding, and clean slate. It felt like bliss. I felt like the world finally took the leap.
Beautiful, dear ones. Yes, so many echoes of the internal changes are happening externally. Yes, dear ones, you will see so much of it falling away very rapidly, and it will. There are many amongst you who do not like change. Do not. Let us just say when the numbers 555 pop up, many go, "Oh, I didn't wish to see that right now," even though it represents positive change. Many of you do not even like positive change. You want things just to be predictable, and some of you, and those of you who are clinging to the old ways will have the greatest, let us say, anxiety or kerfluffle, because it will be like this matrix is breaking, shattering even glass shards and things, and it will seem a little violent even, and chaotic, like you say there, and like a volcanic eruption or great rumblings and magma shooting up and rocks falling from the sky. Yes, dear ones, this, you can choose to fall into this sort of experience with this And this is why you are so needed to help those who are doing that. And in this world, externally, you are seeing little reflections of things like this. Literally, volcanoes are erupting right now around your world. There are rumblings and shakings, and there will be earth changes as well that will be startling at times. Do not worry. None of these are going to be mass casualty events. So do not fall into fear over this. It is just Gaia's way of mirroring what is happening.
Okay. I see Krista has a question. I wonder if there are any wonderful winter rituals we could do for the 21st for the solstice.
Dear one, we are not upon the solstice yet, and there are many beautiful rituals that predate even your oldest current religions upon this earth. So many beautiful rituals that, and there are those present here who dislike ritual and think that this is going to create dogma and all of that. It is beautiful for each of you to have rituals of the heart. If you do not feel that which is changing during a ritual, simply do not do it. An empty ritual does more harm than good. It is like a robotic action that creates dogma, you might say, creates a sense that, oh, if I just show up every Sunday and kneel and stand when the priest says I should and say all the words when I'm supposed to say them, then I'm going to heaven. No, dear ones, this is not reality. This is not how the divine operates, and so let us not fall into that. There are none here present who are likely to fall into this. However, there are some present who dislike anything that smacks of ritual or dogma. So let us just say that the best rituals are the ones that make your heart swell, that make your love swell, make your connectedness and feeling of unity consciousness more complete, and bring completion to energies that need to be let go of, and invite in energies that need to be invited in, and all of this. If this is best done for you as a ritual, then by all means take part in these beautiful winter solstice rituals that you will see they are occurring in many different places. You are not just dragon keepers in a dragon tribe. You are light workers, and there is a great gathering of light workers at this time. Many working with angels, many working with your star families, and many working, yes, with dragons and guides and ascended masters and the rays of the Chohans and all of this. Dear ones, do the rituals that feel correct for you, that make your heart swell, that are in great harmony with your beingness.
Okay, Home Drawn Studios. Is the field or our imagination within our own matrix? Is this a type of Holy Grail?
Dear ones, there is deep symbolism in this question. Your Home Drawn Studios, David, is asking a very beautiful question here. The reason for this question is that it is needed right now. These sorts of questions are deeply needed. For as long as you are delving deep to reach in to the depths of your beingness, to pull out such beautiful questions like this, it is evident that you are doing your own inner work. You are, let us say, dispelling your own inner prisons and matrix, so to speak. What is this matrix of which so many speak? Let us just say that most of us would agree in common language that a matrix is like a holographic illusion, or like, let us say, some sort of illusory world, more curtain that is put over the world to make it seem differently than it truly is. And because of this illusion or projection or hologram or whatever you wish to call it, many of you are, let us say, tricked and entrapped, or it is a sort of, can be used as a sort of prison, and confining you from your, and limiting you from your own greater beingness. And so you can turn this within. Anything, dear ones, that happens without has already taken its roots within. This is a deep wisdom that if each of you can truly realize, you will become the creators of your own destiny completely. You will become the storytellers, creating worlds and then going and exploring and playing in them. Dear ones, if you can truly grasp this and feel it, it's the truth of it in your very beingness, your matrix will be instantly dissolved. And yes, dear ones, imagination is, or your own inner field of beingness, your own vibrational state, your own harmonic resonance, we can say, is your way to do this. Very good question. This little miniature hound
I don't know why he's acting that way.
Feeling energy shifting, and he's not acting his normal self.
Being very strange.
He's growling at things that we cannot see. His veil is getting very thin. He is seeing things that we cannot, and sensing energies in his own way.
I don't see any questions right now or requests. Maybe we can tune in. Oh, there is one. Okay.
No, it was just...
Oh, you're putting that one out. Maybe we can kind of feel what the group needs for a group blessing. Oh, here's one from Kuba. He is asking, Jadon Se, how can we grow our heart field?
This is a beautiful question. And the reason why it is a beautiful question is the question itself is the first step in growing your heart field. If you even ask this question, you see the need for it. You understand that there is great beauty and power in your heart, in your heart center, in your greater feelings. And many of you, when you say my heart, mean different things. Some of you, you think of your heart as being a place where you just have these sentimental thoughts or feelings or whatever. Some of you think of it as a chakra center that is a portal to divinity, and some of it as the truth of your beingness, your own, the heart of me, so to speak, my true self. And let us align on this. Let us just say that when you are growing your heart field, which is a beautiful way to say that, your inner beingness is opening to the divine aspects of you. And as you, some of you sing and dance, are really singing with a beautiful voice or dancing fully, you have sort of given yourself to this greater. Where does it shine? Through your ankle or your eyes or your nose or your heart? It shines through every bit of your beingness. And someone who is truly singing and feeling what they are singing with their full beingness, they are singing with their entire beingness. It is not just coming from their throat chakra and out their vocal cords and using just their lungs. It is coming from their entire being. And this is true of any artist, musician, dancer. This is true of athletes who are in the zone, so to speak. It is true of anyone who is, let us say, in full alignment with their greater, higher good. And when you are in alignment, what happens? It opens up a flow. And this flow, dear ones, can come as a flash of inspiration. It can come as a great expansion of your heart field. It can come as a beautiful singing voice, or beautiful, any of the ways of expressing become pure and beautiful and full. They reach their fullness of being, so to speak. So, circling around to this question, how can we grow our heart field? It is that alignment, beauty and truth of you. Just as you do dancing or expressing in any way great humor that makes you laugh so hard that you fall and roll on the ground laughing out loud. And this is when your fullness of being is shining through you, and it's let us say, most open and harmonious state. So it is an alignment that is happening, an opening. You are allowing your own light to shine. So if you allow your own, if you want to concentrate on the heart field, allow your own love to come through you. You know how to do this. Whenever you see a cute little animal that is adorable, it happens all by itself. And you can reach this state with almost anything in any moment of now. You can just open the floodgates of your beingness, your heart, wide, and the field will expand, dear ones. You can also breathe light into your heart. If you are having trouble with this, use your breath. Send light with every breath directly into your heart and exhale any darkness, and do this until your heart begins to glow. One of the beautiful dragon keepers last week was saying that, I think it was Nazia, was saying that just breathing in love and exhaling love and blessings to everything around you, and light and well wishes, positivity, just breathing this in and out for a few moments is enough to bring a state of bliss for that one. This is a beautiful sharing, and we love it when the fellow dragon keepers share in such a way, for all can learn from each other as well.
Okay, I see. Miss Cap Awakening 33. Is there anything specific, rituals, etc., we can work on to enhance our God-given gifts that we may overlook? Thank you.
Dear one, this is yet another question that the question itself shows that the process is already well underway for you, for this one. It is not so much necessarily a ritual. Again, if that works for you, if this is the best way for you to open to these energies, then yes, use rituals. There is not one ritual that will enhance your God-given gifts. What you can do is, with whatever understanding you have of your greater higher self, tap into this. If perhaps you are overlooking, so to speak, your own divinity, your own connection to the divine, your own greater higher self. A beautiful way to do this is to, yes, singing and dancing. There are so many different ways you can do this. Whatever is natural to you. Think back to the last time that you were truly just wide open, laughing, or in complete joy or bliss or happiness, or think back to that. Was it good news that came to you? Was it a put on? Or was it some song again, or whatever it is? Feel into it. Dive within. You are already doing this because you are asking this question. It is clear that you are already a few.
I see. Home Drawn Studios it's not coming up there, darling. So I'm reading it from here. Okay, so Home Drawn Studios is expressing, he's saying, my heart is pounding so hard during and when this chat started. Is this my body reacting to this?
Dear ones, each of you has a different way of reacting to shifting energies. And some of you will react to energies with laughter and understanding. Some of you will act to new energies or shifting energies with anxiety, even some sort of reaction. And many of you will react to these energies with changes in your heart rhythms or your breathings, or some will whatever. And these, anything external and physical, is simply the last step in this reaction or this shift within you. And so if you are having some sort of situation where perhaps you hear a buzzing in one of your ears or both of your ears, or your heart is doing something, or this is simply your own outer beingness fully reflecting what is shifting within you, and sometimes making it obvious. those of you who are not always tuned into what is going on in your deeper inner workings, so to speak, sometimes need these cues and clues from the body to understand. You might feel like there is a crown chakra blessing or some light or buzzing around the top of your head, or you might see a flash of light, or you might have some sort of physical, let us say, sensation that happens. This is almost always just your outer beingness trying to point you within, trying to give you a little tap on the shoulder, so to speak, to say, there is a shift within me, and just start to feel into what that shift is. What does it truly feel like? Is my heart beating a different way because I'm feeling a little fear, or is it because I'm feeling I'm excited about good things to come? Is it because I am feeling a little apprehension about not knowing what this change is that's coming? Or these sorts of, it's not a puzzle to solve. Just feel into it, dear ones. Be an observer for a moment. Just let it arise. Look at it. Feel it. If it is your heart beating, just feel your heart. Just feel it. Do not fight it. Do not try to change it. Just feel it. And then ask your heart gently, what are you trying to tell me? What am I missing here? And feel into that. And just see if there is some answer that comes to you. And this is the way of it. It is not forceful. It is not like I need an answer right now. I need to figure this out. It is just simply observing and feeling and having a curiosity to you to learn what it is. Beautiful.
Oh, I just see some messages that maybe we have been losing internet. Like 5 people have chimed in saying here. So, and it looks like, I don't know if we're live right now.
Well, we may be. So if any of you have had zero gap in our audio or zero outage, please chime in now that everything is fine. That way we can tell whether or not there is just some part of the internet that is having an issue, and it is not our entire cast here. So please, someone, if you have had no breaks or issues, please chime in right now. And we will be doing something for a moment. We will just work through these issues if there are any, and there is a recording. There is always a recording, and if we need to, we can restore the full recording of everything that has been said. So let us just say that these things do happen on live streams. This is technology, and you can also count on during turbulent times for large portions of the internet to drop in and out at times. So we will just be flexible with this, and again, you can tune into the recording, give it some time, and things will be restored. Very good. So is there a new question?
I see a question from David. He is asking, I can't seem to get over the feeling that if I ask for money or my work, I will be an accomplice to corruption. Any advice?
Dear one, this is your blockage.
Or my work, I will be
I'm sorry.
An accomplice to...
This is your work. For you are blocking yourself from abundance by these thoughts. You are, let us say, not giving yourself permission to have your highest, greatest good because you have judged some aspect of it. And if you are judging yourself or judging the system in which you are operating, that is one thing. If you feel that you no longer resonate with the system, that is quite another thing. So, the difference for you, dear one, should be whether or not you are judging or whether or not you simply do not resonate with this or that career or job or means of gathering abundance to yourself, etc. This is a time of change. It will not be easy necessarily for you to understand how to make it through some of these questions. It is not always clear cut, and there can be a time where you use certain older ways or older conventional ways of doing things until you are ready for the new. Try to call in the new ways to the best of your ability, and as you are getting better at this, you can feel into whether or not these old ways can support you in the meantime. Something bad is happening or something like this, then you are blocking yourself, dear ones. Try not to block yourselves. Try to do to the best of your ability, tune into your own highest, greatest good, building your dreams, calling them in, and do not tap your foot and wait for them to occur. Do what you need to do in the meantime while they are coming in. And as you get better at this, they will come faster and more surely, and you'll develop something called faith in them. We seem to have our systems back online. Sorry about this. Very good. And so, just do not judge, dear ones. This is taking away your permission for your highest, greatest good. If you feel that you cannot do it because of A, B, or C, you are limiting yourself. What you need to do is make sure that you resonate with whatever sources of abundance you have in operation right now.
Oh, you have it. I see Rosa is expressing about the dragon classes. She is sharing, just wanted to share that the dragon class exercises are having an impact. It's been very emotional for me the last few days.
Very good, dear ones. Those of you who have taken or are taking the level 1 working with dragon energies class, those who work in earnest and do these exercises in earnest can see magic in their lives. Their entire lives can be transformed by these simple exercises. And those of you who have taken the class, if you try the exercises and nothing happened, do not give up. Go back to them. Try them again when it feels correct. And dear one, thank you for sharing. For when you share these successes that you are having, when you share that you are reaching deeper understandings and new emotions are coming, and that it is having a change on your life, even if it is not always at first seeming like positive change, you are seeing changes and you are seeing movement, and these movements will lead to positivity in your world, and great beautiful magic will occur. Thank you for sharing this, dear one. Beautiful.
Oh, I see somebody sharing. Thank you. I wish we could teach how to fish instead of selling fish. I will continue to work on this.
Dear ones, this is what this dragon is trying to do, teaching how to fish rather than selling fish. This dragon does not sell blessings. This dragon does not sell almost anything other than just covering costs to be able to be of service. It is a service of teaching. Each of you can also become teachers. It is not just the dragon teaching the humans. It is humans tapping into the dragon energies for their own inner guidance, and the dragons come in agency of their higher, greater self. So this is not a cosmic golden dragon coming to teach. This is those of you who are opening up to the energies of your guides, your masters, your dragons, are in the process of opening up to the guidance of your own higher, greater beingness through the agency of those said beings. And so it is your in the end you are teaching yourself to fish, so to speak. And yes, dear ones, many of you are now we love these sharings, and if you could even be more specific and say that I have timeline jumped and now I have a much better job or whatever, this is the kind of sharing that will hopefully cement these ideas in many of you. For it is your Stephen has shared many of his personal stories of these understandings coming true in the outer world, very obviously coming true in many cases, and very literally coming true immediately. And each of you can do this. Just keep after it, and you will. Very good. We are at 1 hour now or so. We just passed your 12:12 in Pacific time. So we will take one or two more questions, and any more comments or sharings are most encouraged.
Krista is sharing that she really likes the dragon. This is, I think, her first time joining live. Yes, he is really awesome.
Dear ones, each of you has your own personal dragon. If you are new to this review, calling in your personal dragon, it is a message from the dragon in the free messages on the YouTube channel. And call in your own dragons, dear ones. This golden cosmic dragon is here for all of you, and you have a more personal dragon that you can work with on a daily basis, personally. And it is beautiful to have this companion, even if it is sort of like a child having an imaginary friend. Well, dear ones, for that child, that imaginary friend can be more real than a physical friend in many cases. And we have spoken many times of imagination is real on a different level. It is a different dimension of seeing and being, and it is still very true on that dimensional level, in that realm, so to speak, the realm of your inner sight. And if you can do this, then you will have access to these dragon energies all the time, and it is beautiful. Thank you for sharing. If there are any questions left, we will take one or two more before we call this meeting over for now. Dear ones, while we are waiting for this, let us just recap that this week, let us say, this dragon has made a message that should be coming out any time now, or maybe it's out already, that keep your cool. It is like when somebody says, oh, I almost lost my cool. It is, yes, dear ones, stay grounded through the end of this week and the coming weeks. And have beautiful gatherings with your family for the holidays. And just let us say, at the end of this week, you will know whether or not travel is appropriate for you. Just be ready to change your plans if things change. And nothing terrible or abrupt will happen, but For example, if there is some sort of disruption that causes gas stations trouble, then you may have to recalibrate your travels if you are trying to drive, etc. So keep your eyes open and stay grounded, dear ones.
Okay, there is a question there. Did I miss it? Oh, the Three-Eye Atlas one here as well. Let's see. Vincent is asking, will the energies of Three-Eye Atlas help the human grid line?
Dear ones, Vincent, you must be a little new. We have spoken of this many times, that yes, dear one, you are feeling into a deep truth, and that is that Three-Eye Atlas has interfaced with the human grid line. You call this a human grid line. There is let us just say that all of Gaia's grids are interconnected, and there are grids, or we call them morphogenetic fields, for every individual type of beingness. So there is a morphogenetic field for cats. There is a morphogenetic field for humans. Yes, and it is often said that when your Wright brothers successfully launched their first flight in Kitty Hawk, and they were flying around in their new airplane that took them so long to develop and perfect until it was able to fly. There was a team in France that their flying machine took to the air just a few weeks later. This is not a coincidence, dear ones. Once one human, once one being begins to accomplish something and truly realizes in this presence here on your Gaia that something is possible, it is very easy then for others to pick that up from the field, so to speak. You may be calling this human grid line. This is the human morphogenetic field. It is very often people have these great ideas. I have this idea for an invention, and you think about it, and then you forget about it, and a few weeks later you realize somebody has created it, and this is not a coincidence. You may have been the one who broke that into the human morphogenetic field, and then someone else just expressed it sooner. This happens all the time, and it is beautiful that you understand that Three-Eye Atlas is interacting with these fields. It is indeed you might review some of the messages from the dragon that speak of Andronoff, which is our name for Three-Eye Atlas. Three-Eye Atlas is such a nerdy name. We just had to come up with a dragon-like name. And so if you look into any of those messages, you will see confirmation of what you are saying.
I see Rose has a question. But is my personal dragon an archetypal intelligence thought form that operates throughout my consciousness, or an external autonomous entity?
Dear ones, what is the difference between internal and external? And look at the question behind your question. Is my personal dragon an archetypal intelligence or thought form that operates through my consciousness, or is it an external autonomous entity? Dear ones, whenever you see the word or, O-R, just imagine changing that to an A-N-D, and then look at your question again. And when you see this, does it not shift your understanding of internal and external? Your internal and external worlds are not an or kind of proposition. They are an and kind of proposition, and they mirror each other. As without, so within. As above, so below. It is thus in your own beingness. We are sorry for that very strange sound. Maybe it is the chiming bell to end this It is very important for each of you to understand that anything you see in the external world is due to a shift within your own beingness in some way, shape, or form, whether that is a change in your belief structure, a change in your faith, a change in your expectations, a change in your, let us say, agreements that you have with the rules of the realm. These are all mirrored in the without once they have changed within. And so you are playing here in the kingdom of Thingdom, in this house of rules, this realm of rules, and you are playing by those rules. If those rules change within you, you will see an abrupt change in the external world. And this is the nature of reality. So, to answer your question, with this understanding, your personal dragon is a thought form that operates through your consciousness and an external autonomous entity. Both, dear ones. Yes and yes. One last question.
Oh, whoops. Okay. Barno Barry Batsbeck is saying, I saw a golden key with 3 orbs connected to each other. The key was laying in the water and rippling the water. Just wanted you to know also.
Dear ones, when you have these visions, do not write them off. If you just simply shrug them off as a strange little daydream or vision or something you thought you saw or a flash that you had, you're missing an opportunity for the gift that is laying inside of each vision, even ones that may be a little frightening or scary. Let us look for the gifts in every experience and insperience. For an inner vision is an insperience. It is something that is happening within and is going to be mirrored in some way with the without. An inspiration and an insperience. What is the difference and where is this word insperience? Have you just invented this? This dragon is restoring that word to humanity. It is not in your dictionary, however, it is a true word. Insperience. It is an inner happening. An inspiration is, let us say, a shift that happens within you that is seems like a sudden idea that comes to you, or there's a beautiful happening. And dear ones, the insperience is the shift that occurs because of that inspiration or because of something within you. It is an inner happening, let us say. This is how we define it, an internal happening. And this insperience then will become like a rippling on the water. It is the key that ripples on the water to your experience. And there are, you can read into these 3 orbs, and you can, this is for you to read into, dear one. What are those 3 orbs for you? And what are the meanings for you? And let us just say, ripple is a very appropriate term for these times right now. Rippling on the water. Very good. Let us finish this beautiful gathering of dragon energies and dragon beingnesses. Seems some 20 of you right now. Again, if you missed little gaps due to technological issues, we will have a pristine recording. We will check, and if we need to, we will restore one that is perfect. And you can tune into anything you missed if you wish. So let us shout out where in the world we are right now, in your moment of now. Where upon this your Gaia are you? And understand that this creates a conscious grid, dear ones. So shout it out. Where in the world are you right now?
I see a Berkeley, California. I know there's a Cheyenne, Wyoming.
There is always a little delay in these live casts, and people need to type, and it takes time. Massachusetts.
Long Island, New York.
Someone is thanking us. Well, it is
South Africa. Chile. Love you guys. Love you guys as well. Portugal. Faro, Portugal. Houston, Texas.
It is beautiful to have you.
And there's Utah.
We have beings from so many places.
Holland. Queensland, Australia.
Beautiful energies.
Yes.
Do you feel this, dear ones? Do you feel your connection with the others? This is not romantic or any sort of inappropriate connection. This is connecting intelligence and connecting consciousness, connecting your hearts in a way that is pure and love-based, and connecting in such a way that Gaia feels you. Gaia feels each one of you, your support, your energies.
I see Belgium, and I see Groves, Texas. And love you, Krista. So happy you joined today. Thailand.
Beautiful. Yes, dear ones, we are not ever trying to invalidate your hearts in any way.
And yes, hello, Mom. North Bend, Oregon. Always so happy to have you here. Illinois.
It is appropriate to send love to another being, so long as it does not come with any sort of expectation or longing for their presence in your reality or anything like this. So we do encourage you to send your love to each of the dragon keepers here, and let us keep it from getting some sort of personally confusing or any romantic leanings or any of that. It is always tricky.
And I see Illinois has joined.
Dear ones, it is beautiful to have so many of you from all
New
around
Hampshire.
the world.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we will recap very quickly just to feel this energy that we have Massachusetts, Long Island, South Africa, Chile, Faro, Portugal, Houston, Texas, Utah, Holland, Queensland, Australia, Belgium, Airshot, Belgium. We have Groves, Texas. We have Thailand. We have North Bend, Oregon, Illinois, New Hampshire. It is so beautiful to have each of you here. Thank you so much for being here. And we look forward to seeing you on Saturday, when there will be much to discuss because of many of the changes that are coming. We look forward to speaking on your Saturday. And those of you who are in our Dragon Energies classes, we will see you on Sunday for the Level 1 class. The Level 2 class is still taking enrollments, and if you are currently in Level 1, you can enroll in Level 2, where we will be doing more of a workshop style advanced class, working hands-on with these energies more directly in your daily experience. It will be beautiful. So those classes begin on your January 4th. They are open to anyone who is either completed or currently in Level 1. It is a prerequisite. So if you have not completed or you are not in that class, please wait until the next Level 2, which will be in your month of March, in your way of reckoning. Very good. Thank you for joining with us, and please do take a look at our Oracle deck if you can, and share it. We are looking forward to having these in our hands.
Yes. So hello, Kane, Isaiah.
Beautiful. Thank you all for this beautiful gathering. Again, this link will work for the recording, and we will make sure that any interruptions during this live stream are restored. Goodbye for now.